have an idea how to go about it. Let's say you have an idea or a multiple of ideas, but you have no idea how to go around it and how to implement it or what to even do about it. So one of my clients, he mentioned that, I have these two ideas. I love these two things and I want to do something about it, but I don't have enough clarity about this idea. And I also know that most of the people who wants to get into business, or let's say who wants to start a new business, and if they have some really good ideas, they feel like, okay, what now? How to go about it and how to validate the idea. So if you are somebody who is starting a business for the first time, you need to keep few things in mind related to ideas. Why? Because first thing you need to keep in mind is ideas itself does not mean anything. Remember this. Only the execution matters, the implementation matters, the process, and finally the result. Are you getting any result out of what you are implementing based on this idea? Okay, that is one. The second thing important is you need to first understand, if I have multiple of ideas, I need to pick up one to start testing it if it is working out or not. Now, let's say if you're somebody who thinks that, okay, I should, like my idea, I should continue working on that. So how to understand that? So let's break it down into few parameters. If you have an idea, it should solve a problem that's there in the market, okay? Or it should cater to the desire of somebody who is ready to pay for you. That is the first thing. The second thing is people should be ready to pay for that. Whatever product or service you are bringing because of that idea, solve a problem in the market or to enhance a desire, fulfill a desire, people should be ready to pay for it. Okay. And the third important thing is, how long is this idea going to last? Is it a seasonal idea? It works only at a particular time, or is it like an evergreen idea? Okay. That is another one. Now, the next factor, the next parameter is something that a lot of people incline towards, and there are business owners who say that this criteria is not so important. Okay. And that parameter is how much passion you have for that idea. Now, using the word passion means different thing for different people. Some people say that because I'm passionate, I will stick to it and I'll earn money. For some people, it's exactly the opposite. If it gives me money and if I see money coming in, then I will, make myself passionate towards it. So there is no rule to all these things. So if it is this fourth genre, then you need to figure out what suits you. Because if you just stick to one thing and say, well, I will only work on an idea which I love, which I feel this is my purpose or this is my passion, then maybe you are having a lot of ideas which you can create a business out of, but you are ignoring everything. There is also a saying that if you're somebody who believes in the fact that what needs to be done in the world, you do it. Because if you have the skill set, if you have the capability, if you have the willingness to solve that problem or to bring that solution in the world, do it. Because you will get some kind of ROI for that. And once you begin, you are going to understand whether this idea is working for you or not. Okay, so this is about the parameters. Now, the next step is you need to validate if the idea is working or not. Now, if your idea fulfills these criterias, okay, you can check mark the parameters. The next aspect you need to do is test it out in the market. POC, proof of concept. Okay, how you're going to test it out? Simply, whatever product or service you have, you can create a prototype of it or create samples of it. Let's say, for example, you are making bakery products. Okay, so you create some bakery items, some sample pieces, and give it across, maybe at a lower rate, or when you are giving the product, tell them that I'm planning to launch this at this rate. Would you buy? Would you like spending this much amount for this, for your birthday parties, for this and that, etc.? If you see that people are saying yes and they are also buying for it, you have got your proof of concept. Similarly, if you're in a service-based section and if you feel like I want to give consulting to women who are post-pregnancy depression and I want to counsel them, Okay, so you go and talk to these kind of target audience and you tell them that these are my charges, and if I start my services like this, would you be one of the person who would pay me for this? And if they are paying you for this, you have got your proof of concept. Okay, so the next aspect is validate the idea in the market, test it out. Now the next thing is implementation. Now, implementation is the part where your entire building of your business from scratch lies. So there are multiple steps in it, but to reach to the implementation steps, you need to do these aspects which will tell you that, okay, you work on this idea, you do not work on this idea. Okay, but remember again one thing, idea itself does not mean anything. I might have hundreds of ideas right now in my mind, but all are excellent. But if I'm not implementing that, there is no point. And here is another thing. A lot of people also get scared. If I share this idea with somebody, they will steal and implement it. Okay, so you think that just because you have thought the idea and nobody else can think of that idea, or even if they implement, so what? So until and unless you come out of that mindset that, okay, if this idea is gone, I have multiple ideas, or let's say before other person implements it, I'm going to implement it. Until and unless you have that kind of a mindset of flexibility, expansion, and also toughness, okay, you are not going to survive with any of the idea that you want to implement in the market. Keep this in mind and work on your ideas, because there are different parameters, different things to cater to before you actually start your business. So hope this helps, and if you have any certain kind of amazing ideas, do share with me. If you have any queries related to it in the comment section, or you can also send me an email, and I will see you soon. If you have still not read my book, which is 7 Steps from Shame to Being Back in the Game, which is available on the Amazon, which I have written based on my personal experience in life, how I came out of it, then go ahead, grab the copy. If you want to gift it to someone, nothing like it. See you soon in the next video. Thank you.